guys, do you want to see my very first Empties video? I test out so many products and am constantly trying out so many new things that it is a miracle when I go through an entire product. So I have acted like I am organized and put all of my empties into this little basket, even though it was just all in my drawers everywhere over the house 5 seconds ago. And as you can tell, I have quite a bit of empties here. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them, but I mean, some can be grouped together. If you guys want to see what I think is worth repurchasing or what I'm going to be throwing in the trash 5 seconds after this video or throughout it, just keep on watching. So I'm totally not going to lie, I don't know what the span of me collecting this stuff has been over time, but I was a little lazy about it and it's built up more than I thought it did. Hopefully I can be more organized in the future, but the thing that I go through the most is eyebrow pencils, and this is probably, I don't know, half the amount that I've collected since I've started saving my empties. As far as drugstore goes, the ones that I have the most of is the Brow Precise Pencil from Maybelline. I started using these a while ago. I have moved on. They are so creamy and I loved that for when I didn't hardly have any brow hairs. I was using these when I had to create an entirely new brow and they worked great, and I was going through brow pencils so often then that I was like, I can't, you know, dash out $24 on an eyebrow pencil every couple weeks. It's insane. So these were trusty, but I will not be repurchasing them just because I have found another pencil that I like much more now. There was another one. Shoot. When I started to grow actual eyebrows a little bit more and kind of venture on to new things, I was trying out the NYX eyebrow pencil a lot, and these are fantastic. If you guys like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, you would love these. It is a complete dupe for those pencils. I will probably repurchase these in the future. I don't know what happened to this poor little NYX brow pencil, but he was lost in battle, girl. Whew. So I don't know why I only have 2 of my high-end brow pencil empties, but one is of course Precisely My Brow and then the other is Brow Wiz. I do not use Brow Wiz that often. I definitely prefer Precisely My Brow. As far as the Brow Wiz goes, I will not be repurchasing this. I personally think that it is way too waxy, hardens up too quickly, and yeah, this is the only one I've gone through in a really long time. I just prefer this so much more. Like, get it, girl. Another brow product that I actually went through a couple of these, but I can only find one, is the Ka-Brow. This is what I started my channel with. I was obsessed with this when I first started YouTube. And it's because it's such an interesting pomade, and I haven't found another one like it, because instead of just being super creamy and uncontrollable, it still has a waxy feel while being so easy to work with. This is great for beginners. Even though I don't use this as much as I used to, I will still repurchase it when I run out because it's just so handy. And I love having this on jobs when I'm doing clients too because it's very universal. What should we do next? Let's move on to something a tad bit more interesting, and I have a bunch of like mini setting sprays. I'm that chick that forgets to buy setting spray and then I go in the checkout line and see, you know, a sample size of it when I'm going to check out and I'm like, crap. And I literally do that almost every time I go to Sephora. One of the oldest ones that I've had, I started using this when I first started getting, you know, serious into makeup. And so it took me forever to go through this stuff, but it's the Mary Kay partnered with Scandinavia setting spray. And this was really, really good, but I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this. Just, I don't know why. I just can't see myself using it again, but it was good. One of a newer one that I went through like that. It was so fast. It's by a new brand that they just put in Walmart called Koki, and this is a hydrating setting spray. I kind of ended up using this for like the grit work that I do with makeup, as in, you know, like for foiling my shadows or, you know, getting brushes wet. It did, you know, set my makeup into place, but as far as wear time goes, I would prefer to use something else. But once again, I did just repurchase this one too. Two that I really liked for long wear and makeup is, of course, the All Nighter Setting Spray. This is a classic. I will always repurchase this, even if it is in a teeny tiny bottle. Another is the Infallible Pro Spray and Set. I didn't even know the name of this, but it's by L'Oreal. I think I just said that. And this is in a sample size because I was just trying this one out for the first time. Again, I went through this super fast. I didn't like the spritzer on this as much as the other ones. By the way, the Kokie one, that has a fantastic spritzer. Almost up there with Urban Decay. Keep working at Kokie. One thing that is super impressive for me to actually go through is foundation. One foundation that I whip through like it's no tomorrow is the Rimmel 25 Hour with Comfort Serum Foundation. I just have 3 right here. I have like a summer shade, a tanning shade, an in-between shade. I use this on clients, and you know, it's just such a great full coverage foundation from the drugstore. I have recommended this to so many people, and I will always repurchase this foundation. It is going to the grave with me, honey. 2 concealers that I went through. One from the drugstore is the Master Conceal and Camouflage Concealer by Maybelline. This is fantastic. It's like it can be an everyday sheared out or full coverage. I carve out my brows with it or my lipstick. It just works, and I will be repurchasing this. The other one is by Tarte. It is the Tarte Shape Tape, and of course I will be repurchasing this one. I really don't feel like I have to talk about it. If you have not tried this, get your little butt out and go try it. Where you been hiding at? Another thing that I go through quite often is these eyeliners by Physicians Formula. They are fantastic, and it's because they have a brush applicator instead of a felt tip. They're such a hidden gem, and I don't hear too many people talking about these, but I think they're fantastic. I have one more makeup item, and then we are going to be moving on to skincare. This is also by Physicians Formula, and it's their Cushion Foundation. I think the reason that I went through this so fast is because you hardly get any product in here. Talking about 0.47 fluid ounces, whereas like a normal foundation is usually at least 1 fluid ounce. This is 1 fluid ounce and 30 milliliters. So this is like almost a half size foundation, and I'm convinced that's why I went through it, but it was also because I really liked it. The other thing though was this started to get a funny smell after it sat for a little bit. So I will probably repurchase this in the future. I could see myself doing it, but it's not like an urgent matter, if you know what I mean. I'm going to start with something that's kind of in between makeup and skincare, I guess. I don't know. It's a brush cleaner. This is from e.l.f. and it is the Daily Brush Cleaner. This works so good, and it's $3. The only gripe I have with this is that it has such a strong scent, and it's perfumey too. Like if I'm in my makeup room and I have the door closed and I'm cleaning my brushes with this, it will stink up the entire room so bad that I have to open the door. But it doesn't bother me because it's $3. It does its job, and the smell does not linger on the brushes. If that were the case, I probably would not repurchase this. As of right now though, I will keep using this, and yeah, I like it. It does a damn good job. Okay, now we're moving on to skincare. Hopefully this video is not going to be too long. I'm trying to be real. A sheet mask that I have been loving and again using a bunch of is the Rose sheet mask from the Sephora brand. I heard Nikki Tutorials talking about this and about how she loved it with her dry skin, and me having extremely dry skin, of course I'm gonna jump on that. This really works, and I love the smell of roses. It's just refreshing, and it's not too goopy or it doesn't have enough product. Anybody who's a regular sheet mask user knows what I mean. It's the perfect in-between, and it actually works. Something that I will not be repurchasing is a Burt's Bees Deep Pore Scrub, and this is in Peach and Willow Bark. Willow Bark is known to help and fight acne. This one didn't do that for me. It actually kind of irritated my skin, but you know, it did exfoliate, so I did use it up because I didn't want to waste it. I had to use very little of it, and also, I don't know if you guys are aware, but some types of exfoliators and beads are not good to put down the sink, and they can hurt the environment, and it was an afterthought of me purchasing this product. So from now on, I will only be purchasing exfoliators that are good for the environment and the beads that break up so they do not harm animals. Something that I wish I would be repurchasing, but it's just way too dang expensive, I'm not gonna lie. And it's in a sample size because I got it out of my Ipsy bag. It's from Elemis, and it's their Pro Collagen Marine Cream. And I loved this so much that I cut off the top to get every little drop out of this little thing. This is an anti-aging cream, and it just feels so luxurious, and it has that luxury scent to it, and oh god, it's perfect. But it's $200. Like, it's $200. Maybe sometime in the future, if I become a baller, I will buy this and just stock up on it as much as I can, but until then, yeah, this is going in the trash. One other thing that I will be repurchasing, and this is the one thing out of my skincare that I really want to just purchase it. Just purchase it, guys. It's from Neutrogena, and it is a nighttime moisturizer. It's a rapid wrinkle repair moisturizer, and it has accelerated retinol in it. Retinol in products is going to help, you know, increase that cell production, shed off that dead skin. You're going to look kind of lizardy for a couple days, but it will be worth it. This fights acne. I almost dropped it. This gets rid of acne, and you can just tell overnight heals your skin. It just heals it. It's a miracle in a bottle, and I will use this as long as I have acne, probably. Two products that are pretty much the same are from Burt's Bees, and this is an Acne Solutions Targeted Spot Treatment. The reason that I will be repurchasing this one and not this one is because of the applicator. The one that I like has a rollerball applicator, and so it's mess-free, it's easy to use. And the other one is like this, and it's much more messy, and it just, I don't know, it gets in places that I do not need my skin to be that dried out. It kind of smells like black licorice. That's what Zach always tells me. He always knows when I use this. Yes to this, to that one. Only a few more things. Two things that I will not be repurchasing is the Kate Summerville Goat Milk Moisturizer, and then the Boscia. I don't know how to say that. You guys will know the brand when you see it. It's the Detoxifying Black Cleanser. Here's the Goat Milk Moisturizer, and then here is this one. One cool thing about this one is it warmed to the touch, so when you would start rubbing it into your face and cleansing, it would heat up. But it just, you know, it didn't do enough for my skin for me to want to repurchase this. I didn't see enough of a difference, and I usually don't with black cleansing, detoxifying products, even charcoal. And then this moisturizer was way too thin for me. Last thing I have is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. When I first bought this, I loved it because I felt like it did the same thing that the Glam Glow mask did, because when it dries down, it shows you the little imperfections, and you think, oh, it's working. It's working so good. You want it to work so dang bad. But this is going in the trash, and I will not be repurchasing it again. Okay guys, that was all of my empties and what I think is worth repurchasing and what I will personally be buying again. When somebody goes through a lot of makeup and is constantly testing it out, you know what is going to be good, because they're going to be really hard on those products, and they're going to tell you straight up if it's worth it. So if you want to see more empties from me and see what I've been up to and using, just give this video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would sincerely appreciate it, you guys. Until next time, I love you guys, and I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Bye, guys!